Well, good evening, everyone. Doing. Hope I've got a good connection. It's acting kind of weird. Anyway, welcome to the live stream this evening. This evening here, I don't know what it is where you guys are at, but tomorrow's the big day. We had thought maybe that Marcel and Charlie might come home today, um, but I can't get a straight answer out of Marcel or the pediatrician. Technically, what's wrong with Charlie? But his skin is a bit yellow. I don't think it's jaundice or anything, but they're putting him under blue light, ultraviolet light, I guess. Maybe he's vitamin D deficient. I don't know. I haven't talked to the pediatrician, and Marcel is never good on getting the particulars of what's going on. Um, he's had a little rash or something. I don't know. Um, Even though I tell Marcel to ask questions, she doesn't seem to get it. So anyway, they wanted Charlie to have 24 hours of exposure to that blue light. I think it's ultraviolet light, and then they would let him go home. Uh, Marcel's OB-GYN said it would have been okay for her to come home today. It's been 3 days since the C-section. But they wanted to keep Charlie in for the rest of the day. So as far as I know, I'm going to be going over in the morning to pick him up. I think I'm over the worst of this cold. I slept a lot today. I'm feeling a lot better than I was earlier today. I was feeling rough this morning, real rough. But I think I'm over it now. And hopefully I'm over the contagious part of it. So, because I'm going to have to get Marcel. I'm the only one that can drive them and bring them home, unless we want to rent a white van. And that would be far more dangerous to both of them than me having a cold even. So I'm going to go fetch him in the morning. As far as I know, things change, so who knows what could happen. But as far as I know, I'm going to pick him up in the morning. Rosario, hello, what's up? Well, just giving everybody a little heads up, a little info on what's going on tomorrow. The Foreign A's Adventure, regards from Switzerland. How are you? James McQuigg, congratulations to Brian. Tell Marcel, happy for her and praying for Charlie. Yeah, thank you, James. You know, I did spend, because I spent a lot of time waiting this morning. I took Sandy and Ruth. Gina had spent the night last night, all day and last night, and she needed a tap out. She was tired. So I took Ruthie and Sandy there this morning, and I had to wait a couple 3 hours, and I just gritted my teeth and answered comments, um, mostly well wishes and congratulations, and we do appreciate it. Um, I never got any closer than 2 days away on the comments, and I'm still way behind. And for those of you I haven't even given you a thumbs up on your comment, I apologize. I can't seem to get caught up. I've answered over 1,000 comments already. I know that I have. And I don't know how many are left. The counter on my phone goes to 100. I do know that when I open it up and have to scroll down to get to the comments, I probably still have a couple thousand left to go. And it's such a daunting task. You know, they say that the longest journey begins with a single step. Um, it's just when you keep taking those steps and you can't even see the end of the road. It just it's a daunting task. And I want to answer everyone's comment because I think it's disrespectful not to, and it doesn't show the appreciation that we feel for our subscribers and even for those who are not subscribers and take the time who take the time and make the effort to leave a comment. And so I want to answer them all. It's just I'm just one guy, and the last couple days I have not been feeling well. Um, that's one of the reasons why you guys haven't seen 15 Charlie videos, is because I have not wanted to be around Charlie. Well, that's not true. I have wanted to be around Charlie, but I didn't want to be around him and get him sick. Even babies have a lot of immunity because of the colostrum they get from their mom. Same with any other little mammal, but they can still get sick. And so, even though I think what I've got is just a real mild cold, I've got a cough and some sniffles. I haven't had any fever, no diarrhea, vomiting, or anything like that. Just a cough and some sniffles, and just a general feeling of being down and weak. And um, regardless, it's not something I want to give Charlie. So I've been keeping my distance. Robert Settles, congratulations. Thank you, sir. Eduardo Cervantes, congratulations from Chicago. Thank you, Eduardo. Tom, hello, Brian. Yeah, you do sound better today. It take a lot of rest. Yeah, I took a 3.5 hour nap today. Now, I do occasionally take a nap once or twice a week. I'll just feel the need to take an afternoon nap, an hour and a half or so, and then I'm raring to go. But today, I think I slept from about 2 o'clock till almost 6, and loved it. Brian, congratulations. Thank you, Brian. Appreciate it. State of mind. Hi, Brian. What a journey you've been on the last couple of years. I enjoy watching. Congrats on the healthy baby boy. This is Gil. Well, thank you, Gil. Appreciate it. It has been a quite a little journey when you think about it. I mean, it's been an interesting ride, and for the most part, one that I've enjoyed. Uh, I was thinking about going back through. I'll tell you what I've been doing for the last 2 hours. Instead of doing all the things that I need to do with the channel, like answer comments and answer emails and personal messages and things like that, I've been watching old music videos and uh, some even of Elvis, the old Elvis stuff. I mean, when you look back through things at the progression of things, how things change. And I had thought that instead of doing this live stream, I would go back and fine tune the our playlists a little bit. And I was looking at some of the older videos, and yeah, it's been quite a lot going on. None of you guys have ever seen it. It was one of our very first videos that we made, and I didn't have much practice taking videos then, but it turned out fairly well. It's one of Marcel driving a bulldozer, and you're going to have to go back and search for it. Just go to our homepage and search back. Um, to this day, I have not seen another Filipina driving a bulldozer. So if you guys want to see something that's pretty cool, go look at that. But where she's driving that dozer is up on the plateau. Before it was a plateau, it was still more on the side of a mountain, and she was helping make it into a plateau. So yeah, things have changed around here. This was jungle, except for the rice fields. This was jungle when we first came here. So yeah, we've put this place through some changes and gone through some changes ourselves. Michael Steininger, good evening. From Mike from Rizal. Good evening to you as well. The Philippines for us. I scrolled too far and missed it now. Where did it go? The Philippines for us. Congrats, Brian. Hope Charlie is strong and healthy. Hello from Davao del Norte. He is strong. He's got a good set of lungs on him. I don't know why they do what the reason was that they wanted to put him under the blue light, the ultraviolet light. I'm assuming it's an ultraviolet light. I'm thinking that it might be a vitamin D deficiency. Something had given his skin a little yellow tint. Um, I don't think it's jaundice or anything like that, but um, hopefully it'll all be better and they'll let him out tomorrow. BK, hello to you as well. Carol, good morning. And Daddy Brian, congratulations on little Charlie. He's handsome and looks very, 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 very healthy. His lungs are very, very healthy, let me tell you. Um, he's the real boss. Just ask Marcel because he's already training the ladies. His mom being one of them. When he's hungry or he's got a messy diaper, he's going to let you know about it in no uncertain terms. And hurry up. Carol, you're probably weak because you haven't been resting well. You've been worried about Marcel, worried about the baby. These things can get you very ill. Stay safe and rest. Yeah, I mean, I went through a week there where I was, usually I get by on 5 to 7 hours of sleep a night. And if I take a nap a couple days, couple afternoons out of the week, I'm good. But I went through a week there when I was getting 4 hours or 5 hours of sleep a night, and I was worried. Marcel was having those Braxton Hicks contractions, and and then they would get down to 3 or 4 minutes, and you're thinking, well, this can't be that Braxton Hicks stuff again. This has to be the real labor. And so you're thinking, is everything ready? Are we good to go and all that? And then they would stop. Marcel wasn't feeling good. Was worried about her because she was swelling, not just her feet, but her whole legs. I could press my thumb into her calf or her thigh, and it would leave a dent a half an inch deep. Um, she was retaining water, wasn't feeling good. She was worried. It was a stressful week, and we've got other stuff going on, which I'm not going to elaborate into. Um, it's been a stressful week. Leah, congratulations, Brian. Much love from Kenya. Well, thank you, Leah. I don't think I've ever had anyone watching from Kenya, so thank you. We appreciate it. Blooms, flowers, lovers. Hello. Well, you have lots of things in farm to do. God bless you both and baby boy. Yeah, and I felt bad today. There's a lot of stuff that I do around here that I just don't put on video sometimes because it takes two hands and I can't hold a camera and do the video. And I never remembered it. One time I remembered to take out the tripod when I was doing some planting in the Zola pits. But I felt bad today because I didn't do nothing. I didn't do nothing on the farm today. I I did a video this evening and just walking around seeing what was going on because I had no idea what had gone on today, and that never happens. I'm walking all around this place all the time, uh, checking stuff, looking at stuff, doing stuff, and today it was just complete shutdown mode. Elaine, God bless you, Brian. It must be so hard to stop yourself from hugging your beautiful wee boy, who in my opinion is your mini me. You know, um, it's hard for me to. I don't know if everyone else is the same way or not. It's hard for me to know what I look like from looking at someone else. I have no idea really if Charlie looks like me or not. I would have to see a side by side photo. What would be even better is side by side baby photos. But my oldest daughter Sarah has all that stuff. Um, so I'll just have to take your word for it. John Eckman, congratulations on little Charlie. Thank you, John. Happy Meal Blog TV. Congrats to your wife. I've been your subscriber for 1 year. Now take care and get better first. Yeah, I've got about 8 hours to get 100% better. Annalisa, congratulations, Marcel and Brian, for your cute bundle of joy, baby Charlie. Thank you. Oh, scroll too far again. Apologize. Tom, yeah, I remember that video. Then she said she would fly a plane. Uh, that was great. Yeah. Um, I actually met a subscriber, Charlie, um, who had a plane and said he would teach her as a licensed pilot. And I'm just, oh no, please don't. Uh, but it's still a standing offer. So uh, someday you might see Marcel flying a plane. Uh, Michael, all right, I'll make an effort this time. Stivinger, Michael Stivinger, how's that? Francis Thompson, wishing you, the lovely Marcel, and your handsome Charlie well. Continue to take care of yourself and bless your family and farm always. Thank you. Thank you, Francis. We appreciate it. Racer X. Yeah, she not afraid to drive anything. Surprising you. All are scared to drive with her. Lovely May has some stories to tell about riding around with Marcel. Uh, and so does Jodelyn, Gabriel's wife. Uh, I taught Marcel to drive, taught her all the basics, went out on the road with her, several times. But by no means did she have a lot of road experience then I had to leave. I had to go back to the US for the last time. And we had that little blue multi-cab pickup, and she put her passengers through some changes. Michael, I just watched Lester and gang visit the fish farm and figured you had a channel. Subscribed a few minutes ago. Well, thank you, Michael. Yeah, that was a while back because I think close to right after that, all the COVID stuff happened, and Lester and Chat have basically been on self lockdown for I don't know 4 months, I guess. Harry Skin back. So glad I caught you. Normally you stream after I am asleep. Best wishes for you all from Jen and I. As others say, make sure to rest. Yeah. Um, well, we often do live streams earlier than this, but nonetheless, I'm glad you caught us. Tio Show, congratulations, thank you. Day, congrats, Brian and Marcel, for your baby Charles. Thank you. Francis Thompson, one of my favorite videos is Marcel in the well. Haha, love her adventurous side. Yeah, it doesn't, uh, video doesn't do that well justice. It's close to 40 feet deep now. When Marcel went down in it, it was about 33, 34 feet. You could actually walk the rungs all the way down to the bottom, and that's what she did. Now you have to have a ladder to get to the rungs that are set in the wall. When you're down in that well and you're looking up 3 stories, because that's basically what it is, you're looking up 3 stories, and the you can see light at the top, and it's just this little square. It doesn't look like much of an opening. And if you're claustrophobic at all, I'm not, but if you're claustrophobic at all, that would put you through some changes. And I, uh, I'm not as afraid of heights as I used to be. When I was a kid, I was scared to death of heights because my dad scared me on a Ferris wheel one time. But my fear of heights came back quite a bit when we were digging that well. Um, just because, looking back on it, hindsight, it wasn't real smart me going down in that well on one of these 2x2 Filipino ladders. They're okay for the guys that weigh 110, 120 pounds. And even though I was quite a bit lighter at that time, I was still weighing in at about 240. Um, I was having to support a decent amount of my weight hanging onto the rope going down. I'd have one hand on the rope and kind of one handing it down the ladder because I could just tell that the ladder was not liking my weight on it. And I wanted to have a hold of the rope anyway in case the ladder gave way. But the 3 or 4 times a day that I had to go up and down that ladder um, was not fun. And that Marcel would do it was it just proved that she's a brave woman. Even though all the crap I caught from making that video about forcing poor little Marcel down into the well, um, you know, I think people know her better now. I think it was her idea to go down in the well because she didn't want me going down in the well anymore. She knew that I'd put on another 30, 40 pounds, and she wasn't here when we were digging the well. She was down in Mindanao, and so she hadn't seen me going up and down and working down in that well. And she just didn't want me. And this was even before we put the rungs in. She didn't want me climbing up and down that well, and she insisted on going down in. And I said, "Fine, okay, well, go ahead, and I'm going to take a video." Francis Thompson, oh, we did that one. Grace Stewart. Hello, Grace, how are you? Good evening, Brian. I saw a book yesterday in the store. The writer name is Charles Smith. I thought of your baby. He is so cute. I can't wait for him and Marcel to go home and see more video. Take care. Well, hopefully tomorrow, knock on wood, um, everything will be set in place. Marcel could have come home today, but the pediatrician wanted Charlie in one more day to be under the blue light for some, and I don't know exactly what reason that is. That they wanted him under the blue light. Stone Pony 527. Good morning, Brian. Just spoke to Ruthie on her live stream. She says Marcel and Charlie be home tomorrow. Yep. White, no, too far again. White Wolf, are you going to take a little time off to relax a little bit? No, because I can't delegate here. Trust me, I try. I'll pass on instructions to Gina, who speaks English very well, and to Maricel, who speaks English very well, and then those instructions are put out to other people, and it doesn't happen. It doesn't happen per my instructions. Uh, I can't. I have to. I have to be here to monitor it. I'll give you a perfect example. And those of you who've been following the channels know many examples just like this. I gave instructions to Gina, showed her the vaccine that was to be used on the chickens, uh, exactly how it had to be mixed, and told her that it had a 2-hour shelf life, and it had to all be used, or whatever wasn't used had to be burned because it was a live vaccine. It could infect other chickens who didn't get vaccinated. And that every chicken on this property had to be done. Or had to be given that vaccine. And she said, well, even the adult chickens? Yes, even the adult chickens. Even the ones that aren't sick? Gina, what part of every chicken on this property is not sinking in? Every chicken. Got it? Okay. Who gets the vaccine, Gina? All the chickens. Okay. She gives the instructions to Consing. We go to Ubai because I think that was I think Charlie had just had the C-section, or no, Marcel was still in the birthing clinic, and we were thinking we might have to do the C-section any minute, so we had to leave. So Consing gets the instructions to do every chicken. Get back late that afternoon, talking to Tatai, and I told Gina, have Consing, because the other men were working here as well. Tatai was working, Ebiot was working, and Ray was working, and Consing's grandson. I said, have her get as many men to help as she needs. She can pull those guys off those Zola pits, get it done. All the chickens have to be done. Okay. I get back, I'm talking to Tatai about it. What time do they get done doing all the chickens? And he talks to Consing. Um, it only took him like an hour and a half, and they got all the chickens. Talks to Consing again. No, they didn't get all the chickens. Why not? Why wasn't all the chickens done? Well, Consing said the little ones in the broiler room and these little ones up here weren't sick. So why did they get the medicine? Like, my God, is they just I have to be here. They won't follow instructions. Made it perfectly clear to Gina, every chicken. And I'm sure that she made it perfectly clear to Consing, every chicken. And yet, I've got about 50, no, let's see. Yeah, about 50 chicks now that weren't vaccinated. Because people just don't follow directions. You got me. I don't know why. And you have to be here. You have to live here to understand it and go through it. Because almost every expat and even other Filipinos go through the same thing. People just refuse to follow instructions. They interpret them differently. This ball is red. Somehow, when the thought process is inside their head, this ball is red. It suddenly turns into this ball is orange. It just doesn't compute somehow. So no, long story short, no, I'm not going to be taking any time off because this place would be an absolute total train wreck if I did. Um, Luke, hello from Belgium. Thank you. State of mind. Trust us. He looks just like you. Okay. Mark Cooper, hope you'll feel better, Brian. Good evening. Well, thank you. I am feeling crazy more better right now than I was 14 hours ago, 15 hours ago when I got up. Fred Patterson, evening, Brian. Hope everything is well. Everything is fair to Midland. Blooms, flowers, lovers, don't be feeling bad. You need rest and be well for your baby boy and your wife, Marcel. I got lots of rest today. Luke, okay. See, you can come back home tomorrow. Yep. Negus will just say, I took one glance at you on the screen, and yes, he's the mini you. Thank you. Racer X, congratulations. I could finally take a breath once I saw you holding Charlie and mommy, and everyone was okay. So happy for you all. God bless. Well, thank you. Yeah, it was a stressful couple days there. Marcel was, you know, she really wanted to have a natural birth. There was no way it was going to happen for several reasons, which I won't go into because I've already been talking too much. Francis Thompson, I can't recall if you said if you are on a statin drug for your cholesterol, sir. That type of medication can cause fatigue. I didn't. I didn't. Perhaps you. I didn't know if you are aware. Take care. I'm not on any kind of drugs whatsoever, other than caffeine and nicotine. Uh, those are the only drugs in which I partake. Elaine, do you have help, Brian, with Marcel and baby Charlie get home? Yeah, ging 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 ging. It's hard for me to say it with a stuffed up nose. You try to say ging ging. um, who is Nerio's wife, will be here, kind of acting as a nanny. Mark Cooper, finally Marcel have herself a seafood, dry fish, and balut for everybody and Charlie. Yeah, I should go get some crab so that she can have some crab. But I will say that we're going to do that. We're gonna be testing that in moderation because she is nursing Charlie, and um, since she's allergic to all shellfish, he may have that same allergy. And because he's nursing, she could pass along the crabness, I guess, to him. So I'm not gonna let her eat 19 crab like she likes to. Would let her do 2 or 3 and see how it goes. SF Bagaka, had Brian just remembered back when I was in the military, they would give me capsules called Omade when in Philippines for the crud like you have. Might be worth a try. I have no idea what Omade is. Never heard of it. Jeff Ron, hello, Brian. Congratulations. Thank you, sir. Usan Johnson, we have been following you guys from day one. Wow. Congratulations to you and Lady M on Baby Charlie. Well, thank you. Thank you so much. Chosen one, Brian, you got any hotels next to you? I'll come visit. I need to get out of AC. Well, the nearest hotels are in Taliban, and Taliban is about 7 kilometers from here. That's about a 5-10 minute drive, depending on how fast you go. Soy Sweets is a nice place. I did a video on Soy Sweets. Um, there's also the Wayside and Bayside Inns, uh, doable. And there's Holy Trinity Pension House, which is also doable. And really, those are the only ones that I know anything about. Soy Sweets is definitely the newest and nicest, but it's also the priciest. But in my opinion, well worth the extra. Jeff Adventures, congratulations. God bless your family. Not forgotten your farm from Singapore. Well, thank you. Daniel Reyna, thank you. 14.99. We appreciate that very much, Daniel. Thank you. Daniel Fujikawa, congratulations, Brian and Marcel. Your son Charlie is very handsome. Prayers and God bless for your son. Well, thank you. Appreciate that. Tom, I've got to check out the well digging. Um, yeah, uh, we hadn't started the vlog then. While this was going on was in uh, uh, October, November, December of what, 2017, maybe. And we didn't start the channel until July of 2018, if I have the years correct. Uh, we just I wasn't here full time yet, um, and we just had not thought of uh, starting a vlog at that time. Uh, Ningus Kugon. I'm sorry if pronunciation is not one of my strong points. Anyway, $50. Well, that's very kind, very generous. Thank you. Yes, one glance at you on the screen, and indeed, Charlie is the mini you. Congrats to both of you. Here's a little something I promised Gina to send to Maricel. I'm tired, sleepy from work, so I'm sending it here. Wow, okay. Well, I will on our YouTube payday. I'll make sure she gets it. Thank you so much. Don Man 58 Price. Good morning from Modesto. My ex's family was from Modesto. Violetta, hello to you as well. Just to support you. Well, thank you. Tom Harris, evening, Brian. Good evening to you as well. Van Turner. Haven't heard from Van Turner in a while. It gets me that I have asked my girlfriend everything 3 times before I get an answer. She speaks and understands English totally. Yeah, I don't know what to. I've been there, done that. Michael Vey, how you doing? We're doing very well. Racer X, yeah, he looks more like you. And yes, I understand when I am there and have to give out instructions and they weren't followed, it would drive me crazy. After many years, I've learned to keep calm. Yeah, you've got to take a double handful of patience pills every day. SF Bagake, it's orange, Brian. It cleared up the sinus thing. Ornade. It's Ornade. I'll hunt for it. I'll see. I'll see if I can find it. How long ago was that you were taking it? Sepagaki, you don't have any bigger letters. Oh, okay. Luke, how it go now with the chicken? Don't we? I don't know. I didn't talk to anybody today about losses today because by the time I got up, Consing had already gone home, and since Gina had been the watcher last night, she'd slept away the afternoon as well, and she didn't have an update. And I haven't seen Tatai all day. He was in town when I woke up, and so I haven't talked to Tatai. Elaine, uh, is this Tatai? If this Tatai or Lolo's now first grandchild? Oh no. I think this is number 10 for Tatai. The number keeps changing. I asked him, and he said it was the ninth one. And right before Charlie was born, he said it was number 10. So I think he's having a hard time a hard time keeping track. It's 9 or 10. Tom, so is this the first? So is this the first well digging on video? So is the first one? No, it's not, because that was, I don't know, like 9 months before we started the vlog. SF Bugaka, 40 years ago, but you never know. Okay. Ornate. I'll I'll just try to remember. Van Turner, why Lester and Chat want to get rid of the dogs? I don't know. Maybe they're just too much of a handful. I haven't talked to him about it. Uh, I don't know. Ask him. As far as I know, his comments are still on. Kiwi in the Philippines. Congrats, Papa Brian. Waiting for Charlie to come home. Good job, Marcel. And all the support team, Tata and the girls. Yeah. You know, and again, I want to put a shout out there to all those ladies. Sandy, Ruthie, Jen, and Gina. All four of them have just really stood up and stood beside and behind and in front of Maricel and helped her so much, because it's different here. You have to have people stay with you in the hospital, watchers, they call them. I was asking Gina today, just what is it that the nurses do? What is their job in the hospital? And the only firm answer that I got was to walk around, is that they walk around and they give medication when the hospital has it, and they take people's blood pressure. I said, that's it. They don't change the bed sheets. They don't give people baths. They don't bring them their meals. Nothing. They don't give shots. That's all they do. You know. So yeah, they've really helped out. Uh, and again, thank you, girls. Um, Fred Patterson, how do you dispose of animals that have died? We bury them. Danny's Life and Travel, hello to you as well. How's the baby boy doing? And congrats. I didn't see him today because I didn't want to expose him to whatever I've got. The thought of walking up those 2 flights of stairs was discouraging again. To go through you got to fill out questionnaires every time you go. It's just a pain. And so I just sat in the van and answered comments for like 3 hours. Mark Cooper, I finally got a good look at Charlie on Gina's latest close-up video. And yes, Charlie very much looks like you, Brian. Wow. Well, he's just a handsome little devil, isn't he? Luke, it's better you go to sleep now so you are very fresh tomorrow. Yeah, I'll be turning it in about 30 minutes. David O. Brian, you inspire the way you made things happen. Congrats on your new baby. He looks like you. Well, thank you, David. I'm glad if in some small way what we do here has helped you out and inspired you. Patrick Green, I'm 64 and a long-term smoker. Last time I got a cold, I just about quit smoking. Didn't quite, but cut down from 1.5 packs to 4 cigs a day. It was 2 years ago. Try it. Why not? I feel great. Um, I guess I could, but I've quit smoking. I've forgotten how many times. 4 or 5. over the last 30 years or so. One time for a year, I quit for a year, and I'm just being honest, and I'm not trying to blow smoke, as it were. I didn't feel any different at all. I didn't feel any healthier. I coughed just as much. I felt exactly the same. The only difference is that, especially the time that I quit for a year, I went through 300 and was about 375 days of hell because I wanted a cigarette just as bad after the first day that I quit. I wanted one just as bad 375 days later. Um, the craving never went away. It was a never ending, it was a struggle every day. I said, screw it. I'm going to buy a pack of cigarettes. And so just forget it, people. I'm going to smoke until I'm dead. I'm not going to quit because there's no benefit in the way I feel. Everybody's got to die, and I'm going to die a smoker. So all you well wishers out there, thanks, but you're just wasting your breath. Uh, Encouraging me, nagging me, berating me, however you want to put it. Uh, you're just wasting your time because I'm not going to quit smoking ever. And that's just the way that it is. And if it hurts your feelings, I'm sorry. So yeah, I have tried it. The Urban Cook. Hey Brian, I am so pleased for you and Marcel. Best wishes and God bless. And get those thumbs up, guys. Yeah, 149 watching and only 63 thumbs up. Come on, people. We can increase that number by 10 pretty quick, I'm pretty sure. Uh, Michael Stiniger, I'd be interested to see your well digging. I'm in hydroponics and looking into aquaponics, adding fish to the equation. Well, I did make videos on the well deepening. Um, well digging here is just you're digging a square hole in the ground, and you keep digging until you hit water, and uh, and then you bail the water and dig until you can't keep basically until you can't keep up with the water anymore, and then your well's done. You case it. What's commonly done here, if it's a really small well, they'll use a culvert. They'll put culvert in, but usually it's hollow blocks, like we did with ours. They'll set in form bar and hollow blocks. Takes forever to block up a well that way. So it's a pretty simple process. You just dig in a big hole in the ground. Tom Harris, have you tried nicotine vape? I did try that for a while. Um, again, I didn't notice any difference. I actually coughed more for the couple months that I was vaping than when I was smoking. Um, I don't know how to explain it, people. I don't want to hurt your feelings. I like smoking. I'm not going to quit smoking. Just give it a rest. I don't, I've tried every which way. I've quit many times. Like I say, I think I've quit 5 times for a year at a time. Most of the time was 2 or 3, 4 months, whatever it was. I'm not interested in quitting anymore. I'm not, you, as you get older, you just get a little more accepting of the way that you are. And I accept it. I'm addicted to nicotine and I don't give a rat's ass if I ever get off the addiction. I'm happy with it. I'm fine with it. Um, and if you're not, you just got to deal with it. I'm not going to quit smoking. SF Bagakai, I think one of Lester's doggies got one of the neighborhood duckies and caused problems with the neighbor. Could have happened again. Oh, okay. Um, Quite possible. I do know that they were. I do know that anything that gets inside that fence that they have is dead. Cats, a couple different chickens, I guess a duck now, um, and I don't know of any people that have tried it, but I'm sure if they didn't get back over that fence in a hurry, those dogs would kill them because it's a the heck are their names? I can't remember their names off the top of my head right now. One is a good sized Doberman, and the other is about an average sized Rottweiler, and they would get you, especially because there's two of them. You might be able to get away from one dog, but they both would weigh, I don't know. The Rott probably weighs 80 or 90 pounds, maybe 100, and the Doberman, Leica, I think is the Doberman. She would probably go a good 70. With dogs that size, when one starts pulling you one way and one starts pulling you the other, there's not much getting away from them. I don't know if we didn't have 20 dogs already, I would consider taking them because they're pretty sweet dogs. But I would not consider taking them if I didn't have a fenced yard. Um, I think before Lester got them, they were somewhat trained, but I don't know. I would never consider having them here unless they were fenced because they're the kind of dogs they would just go around and killing these local dogs like they were nothing. Uh, they're 3 times, 4 times as big as these little local Filipino Auscalls, I think they call them. Especially the Rottweiler. She would eat these other little dogs around here like they were peanuts. Um, you'd have to keep them fenced in. Uh, where was I at? The Urban Cook. Hey, Brian, I'm so pleased for you and Marcel. Best wishes. God bless. I think I just read that. Well, thanks, Steve. I appreciate that. Jim Webb. Hello, Brian from Ventura. How much does cost for a new well, and where would you dig it? God bless your family. Um, if we were to dig another well, it'd be somewhere down around where the rice fields are now. Um, we'd probably have to go down, I don't know, 15 to 20 feet. Um, just off the top of my head, it would be by the time you got through the labor and blocking it in and a pump and all, well, I have the pumps. So, I don't know, 50, 75,000 pesos. It's not crazy expensive, but it's not cheap. Um, for us, it's crazy expensive right now because we just don't have the money for it. But it's not exorbitantly expensive. They're digging one right down the road there. I should probably go down there and take a video on the other side of Nerio's place, and they've been digging it for about 2 weeks now. I should have been making a video well digging progression video series on that, but um, usually when we're driving in or out of here, we've got to get somewhere. We got something going on. So when they first started it, we were just driving by lickety split, and then once I had the idea, well, we should be doing a video on this. They were already down a pretty good ways. And we're always busy when we're going by there. When we're driving somewhere, it's for a reason. We got someplace to go. I can't remember the last time Marcel and I just went out for a joyride. Maybe never. Um, Elaine, thank you so much. Message retracted. Well, that's a shame. Well, thank you, Elaine. Appreciate it. Brian, I'm trying to send some money for baby Charlie, but never done this before. I want to send, um, I guess that's 25 pounds, but it just keeps showing 199. Can someone please advise? Thanks. Um, you know, a better way to do it, a better way to do it, Elaine, is just to send it to me through PayPal. While we appreciate everyone giving us super chat and helping us out, uh, uh, the best way, if you want to send us a gift, is just to send it to my PayPal account, and you just use my email address. Excuse me. And our email address is on our homepage in the description. Um, Super chat takes 35%, and it costs money. Even with PayPal, it costs money. It costs money with Western Union. It costs money to transfer money around, to send money, to move it here and there. Um, and depending on the amounts, it could cost anywhere from 5% to 500%. Because if you're sending $1 and it costs $5 to send it, that's a pretty high expense to send it. But if you're sending $100 and it costs $5 to send it, well, then that's pretty low. 35% is on the high side for a lot of people. I guess that's what I'm trying to say. Um, and many people are not comfortable sending money through Super Chat because they think YouTube is getting too much of it. So if you're one of those and it's easier for you and you would like to send something for Charlie, you can just send it via my PayPal account. Blooms, flowers, lovers. Smoke is like rice. Smoke is life. Rice is life. We all die anyway. That is very true. Ron Entropy, watching from Houston, and noticed you wearing a Texans football hat. You wouldn't happen to be from Houston, would you? If so, small world. No, I'm not from Houston, but this hat is just a really good hat, and it was given to me by my friend Adrian, uh, who is from around Houston, and I just dig this hat. It's a cool hat, and I lived in Oklahoma for quite a while, which is not real close to Houston, but it's not that far either. Uh, I just like the hat. Van Turner, I was a charge nurse for 15 years. I went to the hospital here, and my girlfriend said I gave the staff hell. Docs, docs down, no slack. Uh, well, I hope you were not too hard on them. SF Bagakai, I quit after 45 years with vaping. I was doing 2 or 3 pack a day at the time. Krista MC, hello to you as well. Fred Patterson, it's your choice, Brian, to smoke, so be it. Better than drinking, stealing, cheating. I guess that's one way to look at it. Mark Cooper, the Urban Cook. Thanks for the heads up. I almost forgot to do thumbs up. Thanks again. Michael Steninger, man, that's a tough one to say. Oh, so you don't call the well digging company and dig deep in your pockets to pay for it? No, There is no yellow pages here, period. It's hard to, you might be able to find a well company with Facebook, probably not. It's all word of mouth here. I've seen one well drilling rig close up here, and it was from the 50s, and it was a pretty ratty looking well digging machine. Well drilling here is not that common because Bohol is an island, and I think it's 80 miles wide and 50 miles deep. So it's not that big of an island, and the highest elevation is less than 1,000 meters. I think it's like 3,500 feet. So maybe it's a little over that. But anyway, it's an island, right? And so, and it's in an earthquake-prone area. There's a lot of earthquakes around here because there's a concentration of live, active volcanoes on the southwestern tip of the island, off the coast a little bit. So there's a lot of earthquakes here, a lot of little micro faults in every direction. So anytime that you dig below and you get down below sea level here, you run the risk of getting salt water. In fact, you get about a 50-50 chance of getting salt water or fresh water in any well that you dig here once you get down into the groundwater. 95% of the wells here are surface water wells anyway. Only very, very rarely will someone dig through the bedrock and get to what is commonly what people in the West would call a well, a drinking water well. Almost unheard of here because it takes a machine to get there. They only had electricity on this island in the mid 70s. Okay, so 40 years ago, this island was pretty much in the dark, and that was only around Tagbilaran, right? So fancy well drilling machines are not that common here because you got about a 50-50 shot of hitting salt water when you get through the bedrock. And if you are lucky enough to get to a freshwater, deep water well, and you've got good drinking water that's not salt water, I would say, just trying to do some numbers off my head, you've got about a 5% chance every year of losing it and it becoming a saltwater well from an earthquake. I know of 4 wells here, 4 deep water wells that were good wells, and they all turned to salt water in the big quake that they had in 2015, I think, 2014, 15. I take it back. 3 out of the 4 turned salt water and 1 went dry. So it's well drilling here is not a thing. Now, as far as prices, they're not that expensive. I mean, they're only like $30 a foot. And most often they just use plastic 4-inch casing. I've never seen them use steel casing here. Don't even know if they know what it is. And how well, nothing's going to stand up in any kind of a sizable earthquake. But having plastic casing, Donman 58 tried vaping, thought it was going to kill me. Give me a Camel. Yeah. State of mind, smoking is killing me, but I hope to quit so I can see my grandkids grow up. Hate when people tell me to quit too. You know what? I could die tomorrow and I could live another 30 years. No one knows. And I'm not, to tell you the truth, I'm not worried about it one way or another. My dad smoked for 78 years, and he didn't die from lung cancer. He didn't die from a heart attack. He died of kidney failure, and he smoked Salem's for about 50 of those 70 years. And the rest of it was Lucky Strikes, Camel non-filters, and towards the end, he was starting to roll his own. Uh, my mom, God bless her soul, um, battled with Alzheimer's her last years, and so you know, and she smoked as well and quit. Um, she smoked for probably 30 years but quit. My dad never did quit. Uh, so it's luck of the draw. You smoke 78 years and you die of kidney failure. You smoke 30 years and quit, and it's been the last 15 years of your life slobbered on yourself because you've got Alzheimer's. It's luck of the draw, people. No one's going to live forever. Nobody's getting out of here alive. Um, Life is life, and it ends. Mark Cooper, I won't quit smoking either. Diane Khan, I enjoy smoking too. Vapes just don't do it for me. I don't smoke in front of my grandchildren. I will never quit also, yeah. I know some people just find it incredible that in this day and age, in the PC era, that there can actually be people out there who actually don't give a crap if they smoke or not and are not interested in quitting. It's like they clutch their pearls. They can't believe it. But yeah, I'm one of those people, and there are many people out there who don't give a rat's ass if they ever quit. Um, and up until Charlie gets here, I smoked in the house. And my motto is that if we had company over, people visiting, I didn't ask if I could smoke. I just lit up a cigarette. If you're here in my house and you don't like that I'm smoking, there's the door. Don't let it hit you in the ass. Uh, and if you're just deathly allergic to it, well, you can go stand out there, and we can talk. You can talk extra loud, and I can talk extra loud because I'm going to sit right here on my ass and smoke this cigarette. Um, that's just the way that it is. Gary Max, I quit smoking 10 years ago, but my wife ain't ever going to stop. Oh, scrolled way too far. Dan Solom, Dan, we'll just say. Hi, Daddy Brian. I'm 66 and sorry to disappoint some of your friends, but I just don't plan to quit smoking. Yeah. Mark Cooper, I smoke in my garage, like now or outside the house. Mark York, your subscriber are concerned about your health and that of Marcel and Charlie because we love you. Well, thank you, Mark. I appreciate it. Um, you know, concern doesn't uh, bequeath acquiescence. Um, we appreciate your concern. Doesn't change anything. Great sensation. I came in late, quit for Charlie. I'm not going to quit for anybody. Run with him, play football with him. Eh, uh, there's other things I can do with him. I love my dad to pieces, and I still miss him. I miss him every day. I was closer to my dad than I was with any other man in the that I've ever known. He was 36 or 37 when I was born. Um, Never played catch with him. Never ran around, played football with him. I worked with him a lot. Um, and now I'm 57 and Charlie's born. There's never gonna be much running around anyway. David O. Brian, live your life as you see fit. Enjoy your cigarettes. I agree. You only live once. And that's kind of my point. I don't want to be insulting to people, but it's my life. And I don't want to. I don't feel like putting my. I don't. I don't feel like depriving myself for one more day uh, of nicotine because I did it. I all together. I mean, I've been smoking since I was about 16. Okay, so say I've been smoking 40 years. 38 of those 40 years, I smoked. 2 years I didn't. If you put all the time that I quit smoking together, uh, and every single day was torture, and it never lessened. Even when I quit for that year, I wanted a cigarette as bad the last day before I started smoking again as the first day, and I just don't feel like putting myself through it again, and so I'm not. Mark Cooper, my garage is my man cave with a big screen TV, fridge, and a garage laptop. There you go, Mark. Michael, I have AutoZone pit bulls. They say they're mean and nasty, but mine weren't. Depends on how you train them. Racer X, everyone keep having problems with chickens there. I like a fish pen uh, because it's hard to get close them. Unlike the piglets and chickens, they are so cute. Oh, okay. Yeah, there's much less emotional involvement with fish than there is pigs. Rob, we all say these things about smoking because we genuinely care for you, Uncle Giant, and would selfishly want to see you blogging healthily for decades to come. From a smoker of 30 years. Appreciate it, Rob, but it's not going to happen. Luke, I have been here. The airport is open again in Manila. Wow. For passengers from where? Uh, I have here. I have here the airport. Not making a lot of sense there, but I get the airport is open in Manila. So, Luke, where did you come from? I guess that's what I'm trying to ask. Crystal, hello to you as well. Hey to you as well, Harvey. Crystal, can you connect with me, guys, please? Depends on what you mean by connect. Hello to you, Randy T. Um, Luke, Brian, stop with smoke. That's better. Yeah. Toddle Pip. PayPal doesn't charge if you use friends and family facility. Okay. I'd always thought there was some fee with PayPal. Um, I've never used PayPal to buy anything, and it was a surprise to me the first time someone sent me money through PayPal. So I really don't know how PayPal works. I don't know what the fees are, but as I understand it, it's one of the cheaper ways to transfer money, send money to someone. Mike, congrats, Florida Keys. Mike, pork prices in Philippines going up. Good luck. Um, I would just be happy with selling some pigs. SF Pagakai, Brian, have you seen the news about taxing online workers in the Philippines? Some are saying that will include YouTube. It's going to be real hard for them to tax an overseas company The online workers they're talking about, as far as I know, are casino workers, Chinese, mostly Chinese nationals who come here and work for online casinos. I assume that's what you're talking about. Um, I, you know, they can try all they want to. The Philippines government isn't gonna tax the wages uh, from an overseas company. Um, Good luck to them. Krista MC, I was addicted to smoking, but when I got sick, I quit. Yeah. Maybell, hello to you as well. Jacqueline, hi, Brian Reynolds family here in Laguna. Well, thank you, Jacqueline. William Newman, thank you as well. Punta, congratulations, Brian and Marcel and baby Charlie. Thank you. Ruthie, hello, Brian. Thumbs up done. Thank you, Ruthie. And again, thank you, Ruthie, for all the help you've given Marcel in the last coming up 4 days now. You're the best. Pacer X, I want to become Patreon. I keep searching on your homepage but can't find it. And I also would rather send you money through PayPal but can't find your email on homepage. Okay, well, two things. One, we don't have a Patreon. Kind of our version of a Patreon is a membership. That's the join. Uh, that's the join thing next to the subscriber. Next to the subscriber button. The our my email should be right under the description on our channel, but I'll just type it in here real quick. For those of you who can't find it, me typing with one finger. It's Brian's Lines 52 at gmail.com. Sure, I got that right. It should be pretty clear in the description on the homepage, way down at the bottom. Michael, there is no way to look anything up online either. I know, Bahol. I've been living north of you on Luzon in Rizal province. Yeah. Uh, Businesses here change their phone numbers like I change shirts. Same thing with their Facebook accounts. It's tough. Rose McCoy. Ruthie, hello, Elaine. Great that I can do you, Brian. God bless. Oh, great that I can do. Thank you. Okay. Thank you, Elaine. Mike, hey, Big Daddy, congrats to you and Mama Marcel. Love prayers to you all there, and it's a blessing for all the girls helping you guys out there. Very sweet. Get some rest, buddy. Yeah, I'm going to be knocking off here in about 15 minutes. Iron 2011 Rob. Well, I just put it up there, so just put up my. Did it actually go up? I just typed in my email and I don't see it now. So, huh. All right, let's try it again. Or maybe it's down here further. Yeah, there it is, by golly. Oh, let's see. Mark Cooper, I have a friend that quit smoking but died anyway. He got run over by a speeding drunk driver. Yeah. Judy Fisher, my dad died of Alzheimer's complications. It's a horrible, sad disease. And it was really sad in my mom's case. Heartbreaking to watch. Racer X, thanks, Charles McCoy. I just started pressing everything and it popped up, got Brian's email now. Ezepagakai, around here we call the pearl clutchers the skinny pants crowd. Elaine, done. So much easier with PayPal. Well, thank you, Elaine. Everyone's Judy's saying hi to everyone, and everyone's saying hi to Judy. Judy, you never said hi to me. Tom Harris, can you grow tobacco there legally? Yeah. You can get tobacco leaves here that are fresh off the plant. They sell them right on the street corner. You can. I've never tried them. I've tried. I've tried the tobacco. They roll it. It's a. They take a leaf of some kind of a tree, and there's a tobacco leaf, and they roll them together, and they smoke it. And man, I never coughed so hard in my life. Lynn of Lynn and Anthony, her grandmother got to be pushing 80, and she's been smoking that for probably close to 80 years, and still walks a mile up her mountain and down 3 or 4 times a day. And it was a couple of years ago, and we'd gone to Lynn. They'd had fiesta at Lynn's family's fiesta, and I could see the twinkle in that old woman's eyes. She's a pretty neat lady, and she'd given a cigarette to someone else that was there, and offered one to me. It was one of her homemade cigarettes. Yes, sure. And I could see the twinkle in her eye, and so I lit it up, and I took a big salty drag of that, and I started coughing and couldn't stop coughing. And she laughed and hooted and howled. Everybody else there was laughing. And I've smoked for 40 years. I smoked Pall Malls, Camels, you name it. Chesterfields, Old Golds, Marlboros, smoked them all. And that natural tobacco almost killed me. Almost coughed up a lung. But anyway, you can't get it here. You can get freshly grown tobacco. And I don't think there would be any problem with you growing it yourself. Sir Janry ML. Hi, could you promote my channel? I'm a Filipino person who wants to help his family. There you go. Everyone, go check out Sir Jamry ML. Check out his channel. And if you like what you see, watch his videos and subscribe. Tom Harris, here they call it chop chop. Okay. Tom Harris, I tried it. It was very smooth and good. I don't know. I don't know. I didn't get the smooth one. Sure. You guys go check out Sir Janry's channel. I will myself. When I finish up this live stream, I'll do a Google search, and hopefully it'll come up. It's a very new channel. It's hard. Sometimes it's hard for Google to pop them up, but I'll give it a shot. Sure. Joel, hello from Germany. Maria Adele de Souza. Hi, Brian. I know you said this many times, but I am also getting old. How much does it cost to drill a well or dig? 50 to 75,000 pesos, which is 1,000 to 1,500 US dollars. It depends on how deep you have to go. And to dig our well, like we have again, would be about 200,000 pesos because we had to, we're down 35 feet now, and I it was 6 feet across because I knew we were going to be pulling a lot of water out of it. Our well is like 3 times as big as what's commonly dug here because I knew from the beginning we were going to be pulling a lot of water out of it for piggery, for crops, for whatever. And so I wanted it big, and it's a good thing. Uh, and when we had gone down 31 feet was the original depth, and they hit water at. I was never in the well right in the beginning in the morning before they started bailing the water out. Um, it had about 5 feet of water in it the last morning. I kind of had a premonition because we'd had a little cave in like a week before. A whole side of the wall about a foot back. It was about a 15-foot section came out. There was 4 feet of dirt at the bottom of the well. I got that all dug out and kept digging. And I just had a premonition one morning. We were getting ready to go in and out down in there, and I just said, "Nope, we're not going any deeper. We're done. Uh, Bail it out, and we're going to start blocking it up." And we started putting in the cinder blocks that day. Um, so now our well is about 37 feet. So it would be like a couple 100,000 pesos. There's almost 1,000 hollow blocks in that well, and I forget how many pieces of number 10 form bar because every row of hollow blocks has a row of form bar in it and vertical in every block. I don't know, maybe 100 pieces, 150 pieces of number 10 form bar. I forget. Uh, it would be an expensive well to dig now. But if we were going to dig again down in the rice fields, it would be much shallower, 15 to 20 feet, um, and I would just pour cement now. I'm never going to do the hollow block thing again for two reasons. They're junk. They're not good for anything except as a form, and I would be much more comfortable just with plywood forms that we could reuse over and over and over again, and just keep pouring it and working our way up to the top. Those hollow blocks, and people have said, well, you can give the guys extra money, and they build them extra strong. They'll put more cement in it. Yeah, until your back is turned, and then they make them the old way, and you think you've had something specially made that's load bearing, and it's the same old crap as usual, and then you trust it, and you get someone hurt. Um, Unless I was building the blocks myself, I wouldn't trust them. And since I don't have a block making machine, that's never going to happen. So we would just pour it. Graham Pierce gave up smoking 10 years ago using lozenges. Now I'm addicted to lozenges. Uh, Iron 2011, Rob. I have heard heroin addicts say cigarettes was their worst struggle, surpassing heroin. I must be one of those guys that harder than heroin because I was jonesing for a cigarette just as hard after 375 days as I was after the first day. Don Man 58 Price, got to run, boss. Have a good one. You as well. Cooked food in the kitchen. Hi, Brian. Can you please subscribe to my new channel, please? I'll go out. I'll check out your channel. But a word to the wise on new vloggers. It's against YouTube policy to ask sub for sub. Never go on someone else's channel. Never leave a comment on someone's video. Sub for sub. Hey, I subbed. Can you return the flavor? Because that can get your channel shut down like that. Sub for sub is illegal. So I'll go check out your channel. And if I like it, if I enjoy the content, then of course I will sub. But I'm not going to give you a blanket yes because you subscribed. I will also subscribe because I'd never do that. I never subscribe to anyone's channel that I don't enjoy the content of. Number one. So while I appreciate you subscribing to my channel, it doesn't automatically mean that I'm going to subscribe to yours. And honestly, another thing to new vloggers, subscribers don't mean diddly. Well, until you get to that 1,000 mark. I mean, it's important that you get to your 1,000 subscribers, but after that, your number of subscribers really doesn't mean anything. It's the amount of views that you get. The more active subscribers that you have, who've rung the bell, who get notifications as you put up a new video, that can help get your video into the YouTube algorithm and help it get seen more by non-subscribers. But just having subscribers per se doesn't really mean anything. Gary Max, what's the cost for a pack of smokes over there? If you buy them by the carton, and they call it a wrap here, I think I paid 650 or yeah, I think 650 pesos per carton, or is it 680? The price has been going up. I think it's 680. So it'd be 68 pesos per pack. So that would be just say $1.40 US for a pack of cigarettes. And that's for what I smoke. That's for these mighties here. Marlboros are about 10 pesos more per pack, so they'd be 20 cents more. So say $1.60 US for a pack of Marlboros. Mark Cooper, I started smoking at 16. I am now 65. Retired, alive, and well. I'm still smoking. No health problems so far. Michael, I think that alcoholic has worse problems than a smoker. I think you're right, and I think it's the people that I've seen with real complications are the ones that did both, the heavy smokers and drinkers. It seems like cancer always got them. Neil, alcohol withdrawal is more dangerous than quitting illegal drugs and smoking. Yeah. Neil, alcoholics who gave stop drinking have severe mood swings and always get into trouble. Fred Patterson hit the thumbs up, guys. Yeah, you guys smash that thumbs up. I'm going to try to get caught up here, and then I'm going to sign off. Ruthie, you're very welcome, Brian. Thank you. Transplanted Homestead. Congratulations on the baby boy. Well, thank you. Cooked food in the kitchen. Hi, Brian. Congrats. All done. Have a baby boy. He is so cute. I'm jealous. Racer X 57, the new 37. Ha ha. Everyone keep pressuring me to quit. 40 years smoking. I finally stopped around same time. Now I lost it. Dang it. Oh, there we go. Finally quit around the same time I found your channel in 2018. I still crave them, but can't afford them anymore. Yeah. It was getting where I couldn't afford it in California anymore. They were dang near $10 a pack. Um, and so I bought a rolling machine and papers with tubes and tobacco a pound at a time, and uh, and spent 5 minutes every morning making 20 or 30 before I went to work. And because the tobacco was in a different tax class, and whereas a carton of Marlboros was $90 at the smoke shop, a pound of tobacco and four enough to make 4 cartons of cigarettes, the tubes, was about $50. So I was making cigarettes for $12 a carton versus 80 or 90. Racer X PayPal is awesome, Brian. Yeah, I think PayPal is pretty awesome. Mike, hey guys, just let it go. Brian, like myself, likes to smoke. It is our choice. Not saying it is good or bad, but if you sing like a duck, that does not stop you all from singing, does it? Judy Fisher. Hi, Brian. Thanks, Judy. Congratulations on your gorgeous little boy. Thank you, Judy. NK's Home and Garden. My mother, she smoked the tobacco leaf that is already dried, very strong. Maybe that's what it was. Sadly, she died early, age 67, had COPD. I don't know, is 67 early? Um, not everyone is destined to live to be 90. Mike P, I buy 5-pound bags of tobacco for $52 and filtered cigarette tubes at about 240 per carton. 6 ounces of tobacco per carton of smokes. There you go. Mike just explained uh, kind of what I was doing. I didn't buy the 5-pound bags, but maybe it was five. No, I don't think they were 5-pound bags. I think they were 1 pound. Uh, but it was a lot cheaper. Mike P, about $7 or less per carton usually equal to Marlboro. Yeah, and I found um, I was never that loyal brand of a smoker anyway. I smoked whatever was cheap, and so after a day or two, when you change brands, there is a little different taste. But it never bothered me to change. And after I changed to the ones that I was rolling myself, uh, it was all fine. Shama Aklita, hello, shout out host, thank you. Carl, I quit smoking 24 years ago. The last time I bought a carton was 1375. It's a while ago. Kevin, I see a drilling well contractor from Cebu. It was NP Enterprise. Yeah, I'm sure there might be a lot of them in Cebu, but they might as well be on the moon because we're on Bohol, which is nowhere near Cebu when you're talking drilling rigs. Um, Toddy Pip, Toddy Pip, okay. A Sir Jarney ML, I don't think you got channel would attract anybody over age of 12 and doesn't speak Tagalog. Okay. Simply, uh, Simply Mara, hello host, hello to you as well. Greetings from Ireland. I miss the Philippines so much. There's a lot of that going around. There's a lot of people missing the Philippines right about now. I think I'm all caught up in my comments. Cami, good morning. Well, Cami, it's also going to be good. It is good morning here, but it's kind of very late night morning kind of thing. Um, I'm just getting ready to sign off. Um, Lawrence Beeler, I smoke Largo brand tobacco, 6-ounce bag is $7. I think Largo, that might have been the one I was smoking too. Sounds familiar. Or was it Red River? No, it was Red River, I think. Maria, thanks, Brian, on the well information. So much appreciated. I'm glad you sound better now. Your last video, you sounded trouble. I think you mean terrible. Very happy to hear you're going to smoke outside for Charlie. Willie White, good day to you as well. Joy Bella TV, hello to you. Leander Brock, do you still need tire patch kits? Yes, I do. Carl, congrats on Charlie. What a good looking youngster. Glad everybody is fine. Thank you, Carl. Fred Patterson got to run and do nothing. Well, guys, I got to run and get some sleep. Um, so, uh, everyone out there, anyone who's not subscribed and wants to do so, go to our homepage, hit that subscribe button. Right next to it's a join button. Hit that too. There's 3 levels of subscriptions available. If one's suitable to you, join our channel as a paid membership. Once again, everyone who has been so supportive and so helpful with all this journey that we've been going through, thank you. We appreciate it, especially of late. All the kind words and prayers and thoughts for Marcel and Charlie and myself. We appreciate it very much, and it's much appreciated. I can't tell you how much. So, wherever you guys are, be it morning or evening, take care and enjoy your day. And we will see you again. Thank you, everyone. Baby Charlie home tomorrow.